Alright, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, and of course, first and foremost, I want to take this opportunity to thank you all, Shafiq and Nasra, for their love for design and multimedia, and of course, I also, appreciate, what you do, in terms of, graphical work or graphical content. I'm sorry, yesterday, I couldn't give you, this lesson because all the YouTube problems. But now, today, Alhamdulillah, I'm going to be able to, of course, produce what will be better for you all. And of course, I was also thinking about something like making good arrangements for you. At least I provide 2 lessons for you, but I think for InDesign we shall work on each project slowly so that you can be able to understand what do I want to achieve, I want to achieve, some kind of the dream for you people, because these days, as I told you now, it's very, very important to be with skills, computer skills, not just using Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, not that. It's also important, but it's very, very, very good to have, those advanced skills like design, video editing, website designing and development, so that, you can be different from other people, So this is a skill that I want you all, to get, because for the love, so that, maybe in future, of course, I know it will pay you. You'll be with the families, and it will take care of your families. Now, let's go straight away to the lesson. Today, we're going to look at InDesign. Of course, you can be there thinking, okay, or asking yourself, what is InDesign for? Adobe InDesign. Someone can be there saying that I know Illustrator and Photoshop. I know Illustrator, I can design my books, my magazines, I can design anything, business card, flyer, banner in Illustrator. I can edit my pictures in Photoshop. What's the use of InDesign? But InDesign, let me tell you, it's a special software when it comes to design. Let me tell you, InDesign pays a lot of money than in other software. Why? Because most of the publications, and you know what, when I talk about publication, I'm talking about magazines, company profiles, books, everything, newspaper, okay? InDesign is a source. So if you know InDesign, you qualify to be, a layout designer. And we'll talk about layout. Layout pays a lot of money. You can get a project, for example, of one magazine whereby you're going to be paid $1,000, $600. Okay, so this is a perfect, tool for you to learn, and it's very, very important for everyone. All the magazine we're seeing online in outside Africa, within Africa, everywhere, those people who arrange those publications, they use InDesign, because InDesign was, prepared or arranged to make publications. So, of course, that's an introduction for you to understand. And yes, I sent you something like this. It was I sent a designed work, like magazine of 5 pages, cover page, and other pages, as you see. So that's the preview that I sent you. That was the cover page. That's the inside page. Another page. That's one. The reason why I brought them like that is because, for starters, I want you to be able to know some of the things that I had done in InDesign inside. Okay, and of course, InDesign is when you look at something like that, you can say that, I can do it in Illustrator. Of course, Illustrator can do it, but something like this, Illustrator cannot do it. Of course, it has a lot of technicalities or things that are difficult to produce something like this in Illustrator. Photoshop can do it, but Illustrator cannot do it. Also, these other things Illustrator can do, but the arrangement, Illustrator cannot make such an arrangement. This arrangement is so cool, so beautiful. And this cover page, I chose that name Trends, of course, and I picked that picture so that we're going to try out. And you see, the next page, it was the easy fashion looks. Of course, I bought us some pictures like that. All the sizes A4, as I told you, and you see the way I arrange pictures down, the way the pictures are arranged, organized. That is InDesign. And that's last next page is like how to look stunning or how to look beautiful. Those are the tips, but it's also InDesign that made that arrangement. So, and other tools cannot do it, like Illustrator. So that's we call it text wrapping. What you see around this woman, the way the words are moving around the head of this woman, that's text wrapping in InDesign. And this lesson is going to be teaching various things, and that was the introduction. So we're going to the details, how things are going to be done. And of course, this video is going to be quite long, and of course I told you this video this lesson was starting at 10, exactly 10. And of course, as an introduction, is for you to understand, of course, what is really, or what should be done in InDesign. I'm telling you, at the end of this video, this is a lesson, it's not a tutorial or whatever. You're going to follow up, and I want you to produce the exact work I've done here, so that it helps us to understand each other. And today you're going to send me the work. First, today you're going to send me the cover page. I would like you to first do the cover page, then the next days you are going to be doing the inside, so that you understand. We do things slowly but sure, so that we can understand, inshallah. Now let me open InDesign. Sorry, this is a newer version, and some of you have older versions like Nasra, you're having, I think, 2015, and this is 2019. So let me try to open 2015, so that for Shafiq, I think you're having 2017, but let me try to open 2015, this one. Let me open 2015 so that I can match up with Nasra. For Shafi, you're having a newer version. So because when I teach you newer versions, when Nasra has a lower version, she will not be able to understand. But if you're with a new version, you can follow up with us here and you choose what you can do. Yeah, it has opened now. The first thing I'm going to do, it's good when you see something like this, you tick this and you click done. The first time when you open it, sometimes it refuses. You just remove it. When you open the second time of InDesign, it will be able to remove. So now you come to File, New, Document, because of course we're going to design a magazine, so that's document. If you're going to design a book, you come to File, New, then Book. Okay, so you have to save, of course, and you open up your book that you want to design. But of course, today we're going to look at document. Even a book you are designing in document, because document means that you are going to create something that is new, whereby people are going to use it to either print or preview or online publishing. Online publishing means you put it on websites or other platforms. So of course, we are going to pick the intent print. Number of pages, I used 5. And now start pages use 1, and these pages, they are showing facing pages. Facing pages means that okay, let me first come to down. I pick A4, so I click OK. So now you see this is our first page, but these other pages are facing each other. So me, I designed this work when pages are facing each other. But if you don't like this, you can come to File, New, Document. You pick your A4, number of pages, put 5. Then you click on facing, you untick. So when you untick and you press OK, are you seeing pages are separately? You can decide to design like this. By the way, it's okay, but the good thing with pages facing them themselves, when we are making magazines, by the way, it's very, very important to make when pages are facing themselves, because it helps us to know which page is this and how are they going to connect to each other. So it's better. Number of pages 5. Start page, let it be 1 facing. It's okay. We pick A4, then you place OK. I know it's going to be quite a long lesson, but I want you to understand. My Nasra, I want her to, I want you to understand better, because this thing is very, very important. Now, there's something that is unusual here, whereby you're seeing this red box inside. We call it a margin. This is a margin. Okay, so these are all margins. Why does InDesign has margins and Illustrator does not have margins? It's because InDesign, since it's for publications, when you print out work, we will go for cutting and remove the unwanted. So it's very important to know where your work is supposed to stop. So these margins helps us to do organized work. That's why I told you InDesign is very, very important to deal with. And let us first work up with this margin. So this margin, how can we edit them? You can click on the page that you want to edit. You come to Layout, Margins and Columns. So this is the size of the margins. So you can either reduce them, though you are seeing as I'm doing, see, according to what you want to produce, or you increase them. So so another thing you can do is that you see that this pin means that this pin means when you are changing here, you make the entire margin, but when you click on it and shows that you say like, okay, let me edit only the top. You see only the top is moving, or you can say the outside. Are you seeing the outside? It's only moving. Okay, so but it's better this one to be active like that, so that all things move together. I think inshallah you'll be able to understand this. So after, you're going to click OK. So another thing we can do, we can also put columns. You can put columns, layout, margins and columns. Then you come to number of columns, 2, 3. Let's start with 3. Now click OK. No, why are we using these columns? Columns helps us to do straight work. Okay, and since we are going to deal with cover pages, so we have to be able to maintain the workflow. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come to layout, margin and columns. I'm going to expand this, because since it's a cover page, we have to use some spaces. So we click OK. So what I'm going to do first, let us first see the magazine that we've designed before. this one. Sorry to do this because this Windows I'm using is Windows 11. It's a new window and does not allow dragging things, so you just have to open. Let me just open file, open. Let me open this book one. No, sorry, file, open. Let me open this Indesign folder. So this is the magazine that I did before, and of course you see how it is very beautiful. So let me start with the cover page. So now we have this picture, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to come to the site and I come here. You know, when we're importing a picture in InDesign, we use what we call frames. Okay, we don't just drag a picture there, we use frames so that our work is, you know, a bit organized. So you come here, these are frames. When you hold, you find this, you know, this kind of options. So I click on the rectangular and I draw it because I want my picture to cover the entire, you know, artboard or entire page. So you see this X means that we're going to put a link. So I'm going to come to file, place. So I have to find where, you know, my whatever is. I want to put my pictures, my trend magazine, you know, links. I want to pick my pictures, open. So my picture is already there. You see how it's easy. So nothing of, you know, rearranging like Illustrator. So I'm going to right click on it. I come to fitting, fit content proportionally. You right click, fitting content proportionally. Okay, now when I choose fit content proportionally, now you see what has happened. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to click on I'm going to click on this. I come to fitting, I say fit content, fit frame to content. What does it mean? Content is the picture, the frame is this one that we, you know, we just use. So what we want to do is like since we don't want to add just the picture, because if I click and if I right click on this and I come to fitting, I come to fit content to frame, you see how the picture is going to be stretched, and we don't want that. Control Z when I'm going back, undo. So I right click, I come to fitting, fit content, fit frame to content. Yeah, so the frame is on content. I click on this, so I can press S on the keyboard, S only. Then I come here and I hold shift, I expand. Oh, if this one does not work for you, you just come here, hold shift, you expand a bit. Yeah, that's what we can do. You expand, you right click, fitting content proportionally. So we are remaining with only the upper thing. We are just going to click these arrows, yeah, so that can be able to fit, you know, inside. So now you see, so I'm going to right click on it and I come to display and I pick high quality display, so that this we have first display as you see, but when you right click and you come to this button, you say high quality, so that you can be able to see the picture. Now when you want to preview this, you just click shift W. Are you seeing? Shift W. Okay, or you can come to view, then you come to presentation, display, then you know, we can say presentation, whatever, but it doesn't work. Screen mode does not work. You come to screen mode, then presentation, but shortcut of shift W is better. Now I think the next thing I did was let me come back, this trends word, trends. So you come back to your text, You come back to your text. You come back to your text and you type trends. Sorry, I've not told you how we type. In InDesign, this is a type tool. You don't just click there and you type. You just draw what we call a text frame using the type tool. Then you type in trends. Then you highlight. You increase the size from up here, as you're seeing. I use the font called Myriad Pro. So I will come here and I put Myriad. Myriad is M-Y-R. So you see Myriad Pro bold. So I'll just bring it here. So I'm going to expand this text frame up to this size. I double click and I highlight this. I come here, I give it color, I give it yellow. So you see. So if you want to increase, you can come to paragraph or character, but before that you come here. Yours, I think it has like something like essentials. That's the workspace, but you can use typography. You come up here, you pick typography, so that the character options and the paragraph, they are there. Just click there, and up here you increase the size. Sorry, like that. So that's what I did. And another thing what I did is like you can click on this and you come to these options of transparency, and you decrease the transparency. Are you seeing? Like that. So that is trends. The way you're seeing it, let me also change the boldness of this. I'm going to pick something like regular or semi-bold. Semi-bold. So that's like that. And the next thing we're going to do is this July 21st July. So I just came, I typed July 2021. So I highlighted, just increase the font, came here, give semi-bold, I give the color of white, we call it paper. So, and another thing, okay, let me first finish this. I'm going to click on it and I hold shift, I turn it like that, hold shift, then I can bring it here. Since it's a bit bigger, I'm going to come here and I decrease on the size, something like that. Then I double click up here. So that's how I did it. So, and if you don't want to see these lines that you're seeing margins, you can press W. So you see W helps you not to preview or to see those lines, but those lines are very, very important. That's why you can press W back and they come back. The next thing we're going to do is like there's something like easy fashion looks. Yeah, this one is also okay. You can come, you put easy, press enter, fashion, enter, looks. So you highlight this and increase on the font size. You can pick semi-bold, then you bring it down here, you double click, you highlight all, and you give it, You know, this upper thing is where the color is, the fill color. The downer thing is stroke. Okay, so you just bring this like that. So now the next thing was discover the secret. You know, this discover the secret, the difference is when I copy it, I don't want to type again because of time. I just come here, I paste. So sorry, come here, I put it here. I don't want to exceed this line. Bring it here. So the next thing I'm going to do is like there's a behind text box, or we call it a rectangular frame, where I'm going to come, I draw with the box, then I come, I fill it with color, section tool, click on the box, then you remove the stroke, then you decrease on the size, pull it down, arrange, send backward. Okay, send backward. Something like that. That's how I produced it. Same way to this. Also I use the same font type, but the difference is be the change. So also be the change. You can draw aside, you can type aside, be the change. Be the change. You come to type, change case, lowercase, then I increase the size. And I use font called Myrat because we are using only two tools, Myrat Pro. Now the difference, now what I did, I highlighted this. Even you just click on it, then you come here to character, okay, to character, and you make some enlargements and spacing. Come here, you see such kind of space. That's what I used. So I bring them together. Then after I brought them down. So I had to make sure that I bring them a bit together. Click, come to character. So use this one to bring them to upwards so that they can come to each other a little bit. So I changed the color. I highlighted this. I came to fill color here and I gave it white. So but they have something like a red text box like that. So I come to color up, I pick red, then I remove the stroke. That's why you should not forget you always forget this. You should remove the stroke. You right click, arrange, send backward. As you see. So also this one I did the same thing. I drew, and I came up here, I gave it red. Even this stroke I removed, then fill it, arrange, send, backward. Okay, so that's why I did this. So you will be able to produce this because of time. You'll be able, even this Miranda I also drew like that small and I put it behind. So the way I did this, the most recent gossips around there. Let me first copy it. You will type, not copying, because of time. That's why I'm copying. So it was like this in red color. So what we're going to do basically, what I did, because there's a white, outer glow, we call it outer glow. You just click on object, you come to object, effects, outer glow. After clicking on outer glow, you come here, you change the mode to normal. First click on preview, tick the preview so that you can be able to see. So the opacity has to be 100, and now this difference is the size. Now increase the size or decrease the size of the outer glow, so as to be like that. Now you come to the spread, you increase a little bit the spread size, yeah, like that. Then you click OK. That's how I made that one for the outer glow. But others, because this software is not new to you, so this one, the font is also Minion. I use Minion and Myrad. This is Minion, this is Minion, and also I drew that table, that box, and I sent it behind. So this is how you're going to arrange this entire cover page for this magazine. For inshallah, we shall start at the inside pages in the next lesson, and I wish you well. After watching this video, please try to design this cover page. You come with something that is smooth and very, very important. And as you've seen, this lesson has been a quite long lesson because there was introductions and whatever, but you try to create something that's very, very good and someone can see and they appreciate. So this is how I did it. Try it out and you make a good look. I told you the shortcuts: Shift W to preview full screen, escape, the first button on your left side, or you can press W when you don't want to see those. The reason why you see mine in black because that's the preview that I want, but when I press W, it of course it goes back, and when I press W again, shows that plain black thing. So this one is like that. So after you just save your project, save as, then you put a name, magazine. Make sure it's okay to be in Indesign, that document, then save anywhere, desktop or wherever you save, and you'll be able to save your work. So after you doing your work, you have to send me, and I see. And how are you going to do it? You're going to come to File, you come to Export, then you pick Interactive, then you save. Okay, so you can put all pages, but for me I want to range, or we're going to click on range, not all, range. So after that I want pages, click on pages, then can click here and you pick what you want, but you leave this one, all pages, then you click OK. It's okay, and you save. So that PDF, it will open itself automatically after you save. This is what you're going to send to me. I know these other pages are going to be blank, but this is what you are going to send to me after the cover page. Then inshallah tomorrow we shall start the second page, other pages. Have a nice day, and shall continue next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.